BlaXit family, BlaXit family, BlaXit family. How are you today? I hope you're well. I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know. If you're in the chat, please give me a message, give me a sign. I hope you're well. BlaXit family, BlaXit family, BlaXit family. I hope you're with me today. Hope you're well, hope you're fine. This is Nyancho Kajabi. Welcome to BlaXit. If you're new to BlaXit, BlaXit is all about our exit from the West back to the best. And we are doing these lives in order to keep you updated with regard to the repatriation service that we offer. And also, you know, we talk about world events, and there is so much happening in the world now. Like I said in the message before, are we encompassing World War III? I also want to talk about something that I found, which is these. I want to guide you on as well. I want to know if you know what this is. I'll bring it a bit closer to the camera. This pod and this. Last week, I think I showed you another herb or another cure. Let's just say, or not. You've got to be careful what you say nowadays. But tell me if you recognise what this is. This is I found on a local tree in the local community. I couldn't believe it. So I'm collecting all of the pods. I'm going to try and see if we can send some out to some people as well. So I'll just put leaves all over the floor. But anyway, welcome to BlaXit. I'm Nyancho Kajabi, also known as Juliet. I'm the CEO and founder of BlaXit, and also I am a self-appointed stateswoman for the diaspora, calling for us to be citizens of the African continent as diasporans born outside of Africa. I also was born outside of Africa. I was born in the UK. Hello. Is that Selma? Hi, Selma. Oh, I need to call you about something actually. Sorry, I can't see it properly. The rain looks really small today. I'm finding it hard to see. Maybe I need to put some more lights on. Kath, could you help me, please? Kath-Ray? Thanks, son. Could I have a little bit more light, please, son? I'm finding it hard to see the comments. I don't know if it's the light or... No, it's not the light. It's because they look really small. I don't know if I can make them a bit bigger. Woo, maybe I need glasses, fam. Hello from Oklahoma. I can see it now. Okay. Let me just bring them up a bit. If everyone can, or maybe this is too low, maybe it's affecting my eyesight, or maybe I need my glasses on. If everyone can come back to the motherland, I think that says. Yeah, I don't know why I'm having trouble seeing it. It looks awfully small. I'm not sure if they've changed the settings. Because I could see everything before. Hang on, let's have a look. Okay, well, please keep commenting anyway. I'm going to try and read them as best as I can. But greetings. For some reason, it's like it looks very strange. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Welcome to BlaXit. If you're new to BlaXit, please subscribe. Please do put a thumbs up for me, please, as many as you can. I was born in England and I decided that I had enough. So I left England. I had enough of all of the bills, all of the taxes, all of the discrimination, all of the racism and fascism and control. I didn't feel free, I didn't feel happy, and I certainly didn't feel as though my contribution to the country was really being recognised as it should have been. I didn't also feel that my children would fare too well there, especially with all the racism that was going on. I think this might be too low, that's why I can't see. Okay, so there was a lot of reasons, but a myriad of reasons that I wanted to be free. I experienced Africa. After experiencing Africa for the first time, it gave me a bug, an insatiable bug, which basically made me feel as though if I wasn't in Africa, I wasn't home. I've been to the Caribbean. I think I've traveled to 31 different countries, or is it 32? And even after traveling to all of those different countries, I still didn't feel as though anywhere was home. I went to Cuba. I thought, oh, Cuba's beautiful, and I loved it. But it didn't feel like home. I went to Mexico. It felt, Kath, can I have the notes that you wrote for me, please, son? He's such a wonderful son. He's been helping me so much. And he's moderating today. So can we all give a big shout out to Caffrey? Thank you, Caffrey. And also Seth, who's moderating for me today. Thank you so much. Thank you. He's an absolute genius, and he's written me some notes, and I want to share these notes with you because I want to show you how everything that's going on is actually premeditated, and I want to tell you why it's wise for us to get out and why it's wise for us to get out now, okay? Especially now with what is going on in the world. It's no joke. So this article was written in, I don't know if you read the, was it Economics Weekly? I think it was Economic Times, I think it was. This was in December 2024. And it was called The Hybrid. They had an article in there, which was part of a larger article about World War III. And it stated that the hybrid warfare, right, is now a new form of conflict. And they wrote about this. BlaXit Family, let me tell you something. Before they do anything, they write about it, okay? One of the things that I was fed up with, right, in the UK when I was living there, was the constant new bills that was coming in. The way that they could change tariffs, the way that they could change taxes, introduce new reforms that would add to increased demand on our small salaries that we were getting. Increased taxes. You had absolutely no control. You felt like you had control because you voted someone in. But that wasn't the point. But when I reached Africa, let me tell you something. It's not even about what you contribute. It's about the environment that you live in. It's about feeling free, okay? It is that essence that you have, and you cannot replace that essence. I cannot describe to you what that essence feels like unless you feel it for yourself. But I can tell you that it feels like the most supreme harmony. It feels like a happiness that I've never experienced before. And I would call it a spiritual epiphany. I would call it a sacred experience. But I would definitely call it, a breaking of the shackles. Absolutely breaking of the shackles. So I want to say hello to everybody. So Caffrey, would you mind coming here and calling out the names? Because I can't see it very well. I don't know why I can't see it very well today. I've got the lights on, I've got every lights on, and I still can't see it very well. So you can turn some of the lights off as well, because they're a bit bright. Kath, can you help me please, baby? Okay, so it says that the lights are too bright now, I think. Maybe if they're a bit darker, I'll be able to see. Aha. No, maybe one light. We're just trying the lights here. Okay, please keep comments on topic if everyone, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, BlaXit. Kath, can you call out the names for me and just tell me the comments? I think that would help me a lot. Maybe I need my glasses. Oh, BlaXit Family, I need my glasses. Okay, I don't know why. I've always been able to see the comments. This is very strange to me. I think they've changed the format. I think YouTube have made the writing smaller. I'm sorry, BlaXit, but the writing's like this tiny. Very strange. Okay, anyway, so it says, let me just, Caffrey's, if you can see the green writing, thank you very much, Caffrey. Caffrey's written some notes for me from the article because I wanted to share it with you, right? Because I'm sure you're aware of what's going on in the world at the moment, right? You know that there is a trade war going on, okay? So how does that impact you when coming to Africa? Okay, that's what I want to explain to you. Coming to Africa is the wisest thing that you can do at this time. Okay, I told you about capital flight, and we talked about capital flight. I talked about capital flight before this trade war began. Did I not? Did I not? I advised you, I said to you, divest your assets and bring them into Africa. I said that we have landed investments that you can invest in here that will make your investment safe. Because right now people are losing, dollar after dollar, pound after pound, even on their savings, on their long-term investments in the West. And in Africa, we're actually gaining. And listen, you think them cutting off US aid and also the tariffs on Africa is really going to affect Africa? It's not going to affect Africa in the same way because we're not as dependent in the same way. Yeah, we're more independent. We have more local markets. We're not dependent so much on supermarkets, on these imports. We eat locally, we grow locally. So we depend on what we grow, we depend on what we eat, and we can grow our own food in our own gardens. I've even made some shorts just showing you a few little bits of the foods that I have in the garden growing, of the fruits. I showed you the pineapples, I think I showed you the pawpaws, I think I didn't show you the oranges, I forgot to show you the oranges, but I showed you the limes. I think I showed you the bananas, okay, and that's just in my compound, okay. That's just, and this is across the road. This is growing across the road, and what is this? Everybody tell me, what is this? If you can see this, I'm trying to put it close to the camera. If you can see this, tell me what this is. I'm going to break it open now to make it easier for you, because maybe if I didn't break it open, it makes it easier for you. I showed you the leaves, but let me break open the pod. Hang on. Right, and this is why I tell you to come home to Africa. Look, I'm breaking it open now. What is this, everyone? It's moringa. Okay? It's moringa. Growing wild. Do you know how much I was paying for this in the UK? Do you know how much you pay for this in Africa? I am in Europe. I don't know how much they charge in America. Although I've been to America, I won't buy them in moringa there. But I'm telling you how they powder it and how they sell it. They sell it for so much. This is growing wild on the street. You can just pick it. And these are so good for you. I would eat one now if I weren't talking. You just eat one. Do you know what I mean? Eat 1 or 2 a day. Absolutely wonderful. Drink this tea. This stops you from getting malaria. This helps you with blood pressure. Helps you with blood sugar. Listen. You know, I've also got baobab. Baobab, a cup of baobab is 50 dollars. Okay, that's less than $1. A cup of wonjo, what we call wonjo, what you call it now, hibiscus, yeah, is 50 dollars, 50 dollars. And they want to give you this in pharmaceuticals when you can be helping yourself, healing yourself, you know, growing yourself. Healing yourself. You know, you can play your own binary beats and heal your body. You understand? I'm not joking now. They're not joking. They're bringing it on now. Now it's time for us to go, okay? And I keep telling you, I've got riverside land if you want land by the river. I've got, you know, plots in Gunjur and plots in the Neto Sion. Okay, and these plots are reasonable. These plots are really reasonable because us at BlaXit, we try to keep everything cheap. We try to keep it underneath and beneath the market value to make it easier for you to come home. Yeah, they've, you know, done whatever they wanted to do to try and destroy my name, destroy my reputation. Don't believe any of the crap. Listen, at the end of the day, facts are facts. I'm still here. And I'm still working for you. I'm still doing my best for you. Even today, I was supposed to go droning in Gunjur to go and see someone's land, but I couldn't because my driver's been sick anyway. So anyway, I want to wish all the best to my team. I've had some crazy stuff happen. Also want to give a shout out to Awa because her mum passed away. I also want to send well wishes to my mum. My mum's been in hospital as well. A speedy recovery to you. Also to my driver, speedy recovery to you. And so, you know, I'm just, you know, wishing everybody the best out there as well. And I'm here for your help. But first things first, let me say thank you to you for watching and being here with me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for my A1 day ones, big respect. Oh, yeah. You know, Black power, African power, Africa first. Everyone's talking about America first. Now it's Africa first. Africa first. It's time for us. They want their money. They want you out. Then come back. They want to talk about they want to get rid of all these people. No, okay, you got somewhere to come home to. Come back home to Africa. You have a home. You have a home. It's called Africa. Come back. I love my home in Africa. I'm here in Gambia, West Africa. Trust me, I love it. Don't let them fool you. We don't need the simple little conveniences that they have. Nearly everything is here in Africa now, okay? We might not have the best because they, you know what they did to Africa, but we are gaining momentum and certain places do have specialisms, okay? But let me just read about what is going on and how this was predicted. Because many of us don't read as much as we used to because we depend on social media. So I'm glad that I can read it to you so you can get it, you know. And I read across a variety of different sources. I especially read my African sources and my African scholars because that's very, very important to me so that I'm, you know, schooled up with regards to them. But I also read outside sources because I want to know what they're doing. You know what I say with they're not like us. You know what I'm talking about, okay? It says the concept, yeah? And this is what it is. And I want to explain to you the whole concept of this Third World War with mushroom clouds and atom bombs. That is not the reality. Okay, that is the Hollywood version, okay? But this is the reality of what's going on. We are in hybrid warfare. I kid you not. And this hybrid warfare is going to affect you so badly financially. People say, oh, Julia, are you a fortune teller? Are you a psychic? I accept all of those titles if you want to give them to me. If I am telling you something that you don't already know, and I'm predicting something that is in the future that is going to happen, and you can actually put it down and later on you can go back and see it, then yes, I must be, because I've done it time and time again on this channel, and I will keep doing it because it's what I see. You understand? When ancestors talk, we must listen. That is the foundation of it. And so when they give you information, you know, take it on board and see what you can do with it. Because when the ancestors told me to run, I got out. I wasn't waiting. I kept having these dreams. They kept coming to me in my dreams. And people can say, oh, Julia, you know, you're a little bit... It's not that. It saved me. It saved me. It saved me from having to go through a pandemic in that horrible place. You know, it really did. Because the pandemic was planned. If you think the pandemic was planned, say that the pandemic was planned. Caffrey? Okay, so Renita, I can see you. Zola, I can see you. I can see, I was at Corey, I can see you. Wow. Okay, thank you so much. Kath? Can you help tell me the names, please, baby? Because I can't see them so well. I don't know why I can't see on the screen. They've made the writing tiny. For all of you of your comments, I'm going to go back over all of your comments. Yeah, I was born. Where am I from? I'm from Africa. What kind of stupid question is that? Where am I from? I'm from Africa. I was born in the UK, but I'm from Africa. Sorry to say stupid question. I'll take that back. Because I ask it myself. No, I ask where are you, actually, more to the point. But still, I'm African, okay? That's the question, yeah? Anyway, so it says the concept of hybrid warfare lies at the heart of the assertion that World War III, oh, Juliet, get it right. Sorry, it's not my writing, it's my son's writing. Let me start again, okay? Okay, the concept of hybrid warfare lies at the heart of the assertion that World War III is already underway. In today's conflicts, battles are fought not just with physical weapons, but with a mix of cyber attacks, disinformation, and economic manipulation. Economic manipulation, isn't that what's going on right now? Yeah? Cyber attacks, isn't that what's happening right now? And disinformation, isn't that what's happening right now? So what I'm saying to you is this, is that at the end of the day, the tariff wars, you see that's going on. You see what's going on with China. You see what's going on with Canada. You see the U-turns. You see the upturns. You see the downturns. Now, when I did the program about capital flight, what did I speak about? Yeah? How could I predict it in advance? It's because they write about it in advance. Yeah, they do. They don't write it directly. They write it indirectly. And then, there's a lot of signs. I want you to really observe your dreams right now. Really observe your dreams and translate what they mean to you, how you're seeing them, right? Because there seems to be a lot of people that are having similar dreams. And it's bizarre. How is this happening? Unless we're on a similar level of consciousness. And I do believe that Africa is calling us. I do believe that Africa is calling us. And so if you are what I call a chosen one, you are chosen and selected to come back, you will be feeling that call right now. So I want to know, are you feeling that call? Are you feeling fed up? Are you feeling like you've had enough of the system that you are in the West? Are you feeling like enough is enough? Are you feeling like you just don't want to be a part of that system anymore? If you are, then get out. You have a choice, okay? You do have a choice. And that is not the only place that you can be. At one point when I was in England, I came to Africa when I was 22. And so I knew I had a choice. I knew that I didn't have to be there. You got Europeans going to Spain, going here, going to France, doing whatever. Well, they can go to Europe, but we can also go to Africa. And that's what I'm trying to say to you, is that when I came here, like the first time I came to West Africa was in 2011. And when I came, it was amazing. I was just like, wow. I saw people who looked just like my family. Everybody was so warm, so hospitable. It was nice. And people are living, people are surviving, people are thriving. And it's not the impression that they give you of Africa at all. They don't make you think at all like that is the way it is. They give you this misconception, misinformation. That's why I said we are in World War III, because they give you this misconception. The first misconception that they give you is that everybody is poor in Africa. Complete misconception. That is not a fact. They give you the misconception like people are all living in mud huts. That is not the truth. Obviously not. I mean, I'm in my house. That is not a fact. They give you the misconception that, people are impoverished and that they don't have education and they're not educated. Complete misconception. The place is full of geniuses, children that speak 5 different languages. I feel embarrassed and ashamed to know that I'm not totally fluent in any of them, bar English and a bit of bits and pieces here and there. But they put me to shame. So, I just think that the misconception they get is that you can't invest here. You can. You can invest and do well. They give you the misconception that the only way to survive is in debt. No, you don't have to be in debt, because whilst you're here, you can build your home. You can build your home and have no mortgage and no rent. In fact, you can build apartments and rent them out and create, holiday lets, because obviously tourism is very big here. But you can create your own business and you can live here, you can survive here. They make it seem as though it's virtually impossible, but it's a fallacy. It's a complete lie, okay? It's a complete lie. I just want to have some water. This water's from my borehole. I know it's in this bottle, it's because I call them in the bottle, right? But, you get water from the ground. Yeah, hang on. Marine grave dropped in there. This is water from my borehole. I'm not paying any water rates. I'm not paying for this water, bar putting in my borehole and servicing it. I'm not paying, and that is very, very small amount of money in cleaning the tank. It's very small money. It's not like I was paying so much money in the UK for water rates. This is my water. From the ground, and it's crystal clear and it's clean. This is not sewage. This is not sewage water. When I did England as a dump and I talked about, drinking recycled water, this is from the ground. This is from an aqueduct. So come and drink pure water. There's nothing like it. And it tastes beautiful. It doesn't taste chemically at all. It tastes absolutely gorgeous. And your skin, oh my gosh, when you bathe in this water, your skin is so beautiful. And it feels so soft. It's not ashy. You know, like in England, my skin was ashy. It was the chemicals in the water. You don't even need, you can just take a little bit of brown soap. You don't even need like much soap. It soaks up so much. So anyway, I digress. I get so excited. I digress, right? So we are in World War III, okay? Because World War III is going to be an economic war. An economic war. And don't let them play with your money. That's what I come here to tell you. Do not let them play with your money. Get your money out. Okay? Invest in Africa. Invest in land. Please, you need help. We can help you. Okay? You can give us a call. Yeah, on WhatsApp. That's +220. Actually, not a call because it's a text line. She says, but it's a text line, so you can text us on that line. Okay? I do use it for phone calls, but the phone's a bit broke. That's the reason why I don't really use it so much, because no one can hardly hear me. So +220-240-5273, okay? Yes, I'm die-hard old school, and I don't throw away those old phones. So it's +220-240-5273. If you could put that in the comments for me. Caffrey, I'd like to read out some of the comments, okay? If everyone, okay, where are we? Greetings, Queen. Do you know what? I think I'm going to get my glasses because I think they've made the writing so small. It's really, it's weird. I can't describe it. I know I keep complaining about it, but it's because I can't see. And they finally something then. Justice for... Tell me about this, Justin. Official whatever, right? Because I can't see properly. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the colour of my dress, maybe reflecting. But okay, Kath, I'm gonna need your help, hon. Caffrey, come here, please, sweetie. Okay, and I want to say a big thank you to those that gave me my special birthday gift. Thank you so much. Thank you. I so appreciate them. I need you just to call out the names in the comments from the top who's not in the chat for me. Bring the phone so you can see them. Yeah, please. Thank you. Quickly for me. The black phone so you can see the comments, or look on your phone, whichever one. I just want to say a big thank you and to call out everybody's names that's on the chat for now. So please stay on the chat. Don't go anywhere. I want to give you a shout out for being on the live. So please, if you could just tell me the names and then I'll repeat them. Yeah, go from the top. Thanks, Kath. Okay, so while he's doing that, loading in, we'll continue with the subject. So World War III, I do believe, is going to be an economic war. And of course, that starts with the trade war. Now, does everybody understand about the tariffs and how the tariffs work and the impact of the tariffs and how they've impacted Africa? Because Africa has also been hit by tariffs as well, although they have been broadly brought down to 10% on some countries, not on all countries. Now, luckily enough, I don't think there's as much imports from America in Africa. The impact, I think, more it would have been China, because Chinese imports are here more than they are, I think, American imports. So the tariffs will be incredibly different. But USAID, I think, has impacted several countries, particularly South Africa, because they had a lot there, as I've mentioned before. But the reason why this ties in with what I was talking about, which was capital flight, is that now is the right time to hit. Now is the right time to hit. You hear me, BlaXit family? I'm waving the flag. Now is the time to hit. You don't hit when they're strong, you hit when they're weak. Take your money and run. Take your money and run. The way to weaken an economy, right? This is our reparations time. Okay, it's our reparations time. Take your money and run. Run back to Africa, okay? I'm not joking. Now is the time. I'm giving you the clarion call. I am not joking. I'm not sitting here for fun. I'm sitting here to tell you. Take your money before it goes down. Take your house before it devalues. Run before there's a recession, depression. Run. I hope I'm not speaking too loudly and it's echoing all over the room. But I'm being straight with you, okay? Before the ship goes down, yeah, abandon it. If you want to hit a country that enslaved your ancestors and has never paid any compensation, you can find your compensation now. If you want to hit a country that killed so many of your ancestors and displaced them, took them from where they were and tortured them, the time is now. The time is now. Because if you think China's going to sit down peacefully, if you think many of the other countries, didn't you see the messages all over people saying, but this is not how friends act towards each other. Even the Caribbean, President Motley Mia, look at what she said. These are not the actions of a friend. So hit them while they're weak. Come on now, fam. Get in contact with BlaXit. If you don't want a WhatsApp, email me, info@blaxithome.com. But listen, it's all about strategic moves. It's all about moves at the right time. It's all about economics. Okay? It's all about economics. Economic Weekly, go and look at what they wrote about World War III now. They wrote about it. It's been there, I think, 2 days ago. Okay, someone can WhatsApp it and look. Catherine, give me the names, please, hon. First name to sign in today. Yeah? I can't see it. That's the problem. I can't see it. Huh? Okay, give me that phone. Let me have a quick look. I'm just going to quickly zoom through them just for 1 second. I'm going to give you back the phone to moderate. Okay, let me just... Oh, it's weird seeing myself. Okay, first comment was Selma. So, yeah, I can see it better on this phone. It must be this phone then. Yeah, it was Selma. Hi, Selma. The other person was Sarah Reed. Sarah Reed. Hello from Oklahoma. Hi, Sarah from Oklahoma. Yeah. Hi, Selma from England. Catherine, wait, come back, please. Don't go too far. Okay, the other person was Renita Charlie. The other person was Zailula. Oh, this is on 5%. You need to put it on charge. Get a charger for me, please, Kath. Corey. Hi, Corey. Official Rick. Hello. Ruth. Hello. How are you? I'm well. Mama Game. You know, I'm going to start wearing my glasses more because maybe it's my eyes. Retha Charlie. Who's this? The what? Something Fanditos. Anyway, I'll try and read the rest on the screen as we go. It must be, I think it might be my dress reflecting. Actually, it might be my dress. Because usually I wear dark colours so that I can see. Anyway. Big love to you all, everybody that's in the chat. Big love to you all. Thank you for joining us today. Oops, I've just done a mistake. So anyway, I just want to tell you that it's time. You don't need any more warnings, yeah? All of the things that have happened, yeah? From the pandemic to everything else, right? It's like a warning sign. And it's like, listen, the ancestors can't hit karma while you're there. You understand? Yeah, some soldiers can hang back, yeah, and fight the war. But to be honest with you, some of us, we need to get out. And it's time. Yeah, it's time. It's the clarion call. Because if you don't think this is karma, I told you, right? Together on this channel, we call judgment. Do you remember? We call judgment. What's happened since then? Yeah, words power. Yeah, words power. To all my A1 day ones that are here, words speak power. You know that's what we're doing. You speak words into power. You speak what it is that you want into existence. Okay, so come back to Africa and build up Africa. Yeah, everyone wants to build up where they are. Let's build up our own continent. Yeah, we have our own continent. It's right here and it's beautiful. Hi, we're in California, the belly of the beast. You know how to get out. You know how to get out. Yeah, let me give you the plan. Let me give you the war plan then. Let's call it a war plan then. Yeah, because it's an economic, you have to have an economic plan. So first off, look at all your assets. Do you have a car? Okay. Do you have a home? One that you can rent out or one that you can sell? Yeah. Do you have items that you can sell from your business? Okay. Do you have a job or can you get an additional job? Okay. Working online, doing something else. What can you do to establish your financial foundation? Because like the cheapest home that you can get or make that I've heard of here, I'm going to be honest with you, right, was a 1 bedroom place that someone made that was less than $10,000. Yeah, I think it was something like $8,000 they built a place for. Okay, and then the other $2,000 was for their borehole. Okay, which was for their water. So that's the cheapest I heard of someone building a 1 bedroom place. So it's like, you know, there are even Kurtz or whatever, these kind of, you know, tents or whatever. I don't know how to hold up in rainy season. I know how to hold up. But what I'm trying to say is that if you want to get out, there's always a plan. But, you know, they built a 1 bedroom place, yeah, for like $8,000 plus the borehole was $2,000. So altogether, it was like $10,000, including the land, because they got the land from us. Yeah, and they got the land when the land was going cheap. When we first did our first repatriation plots, if you remember rightly. Okay, so everybody's doing their thing. So you can do yours also. So that's the first thing, is look at, you know, what kind of home are you going to set up. So remember, that person, once they've spent that $10,000, that's their $10,000 done. They've already got their land, they own it. They already got their house, they own it. They ain't got no rent, they ain't got no mortgage, they ain't got no bills. You understand? They live on solar just like us, and they got their borehole, they got their water. So, you know, and the land, they put their vegetables and their fruits, you know. I think she got chickens and some, I mean, the cheapest home I ever saw, to be honest with you, was not that. The cheapest home I saw was even less than $2,000. It was actually made of zinc. Yeah, and the sister who done it, I think I spoke about her before. She made a, you know, the zinc corrugate iron zinc home. She made it wood and zinc iron, and she was living in there. Yeah, and that was, I would say, less than $1,000 that she made that for. So if you're desperate to get out, there are solutions. You get me? Take that bucket wash outside, feel no way, yeah? Live in a 1 room and cook outside like old school. You can do it, you get me? You can do it, okay? So it says happy family. Yeah, so you're watching. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think that's vicious something. Vicarious, vicious. Anyway, so that you can do it. So I'm saying to you that the bottom line, you know, if you're looking at, firstly, you got to have your airfare to get out, okay? Things that you want to ship. If you don't want to ship anything, sell it. Sell them all. Everything has value, okay? Everything has value. Sell it. Do a thrift store, do a garage store, do an outside sale outside your house, get, you know, rid of things. And sell them, okay, and then take that as your income. That's the first thing, because once you know you can do that and you've got your finite bottom line income, and you don't have to do, I mean, what I'm trying to say to you is that yes, you can see that the writing's on the wall. So give yourself 1 year, 2 year, up to 5 years, I'd say. Yeah, give yourself 1 year to 5 year plan so that you can do it within a specified time frame. Yeah, and then, you know, add up that income as you go along and put it in savings. You know, put it in savings, please, you know, and put it aside. I wouldn't even probably say in the bank, you know, I don't know what crime is like in your area, but find a way to save your money and invest in something that is going to, you know, inflate. Because as you know, the markets, in 1 day, look at how far the markets dropped. I think it was 11 trillion, something like that. 11.34 trillion, something like that, in 1 day. So, you know, it's saying to you, it's the writing is on the wall. You don't control those economies. You do not, yeah? In as much as I don't control the economy here. But, you know, you're not as affected by it when you can provide for yourself. okay? When you're not dependent, when your mortgage rates and your loan rates aren't going to impact you so much, because the rate to buy a car there and to get a car here, and it's not the same laws, thankfully. It's not the same laws. So having our own laws in Africa does actually benefit us much, much more, because they're made for the people and made for the economy here, which is really, really important. Yeah, that we actually work within our own systems with our own people. That's very, very important. So once you've got the finances sorted out, the next thing is the physical thing, right? Which is leaving family and friends, which can be quite a task and can also be quite an ask, because some people won't want you to go, okay? And they will do everything in their utmost to destroy your plans, okay? And I know, because I experienced a similar thing myself from people that most surprised me, who tried to hold me back. Yeah, but don't let anybody walk in. Sorry about the noise. Sorry about the noise. Keep the door closed and quietly for me. Yeah, don't let people hold you back. It's your life, it's your destiny, and it's your future. So don't let people try and hold you back and tell you negative things about Africa, tell you negative things about this, tell you negative things about that. They'll dig out everything on the internet. They'll dig out everything bad. But we all have a choice as to what information we want to participate in. It's about the frequency and the vibration that you're on. Don't allow people to take you to a low frequency. Don't allow people to take you to a low vibration. It's about us keeping our frequency high with everything that's going. Don't allow them to take you into, it almost feels demonic. I don't know if you're feeling the same vibration, but don't allow them to take you into that, because your future is bright. Your future is an African, and you are an African. Despite wherever you are an African, and you have a future. So don't allow them to change that vibration. Keep your vibration high. Listen to those binary beats, the African binary beats with drums. If you don't, get your drum out and start beating your drum. Yeah, start raising your vibration yourself. Start beating your drum. If you haven't got a drum, get one. Yeah, start signaling, start feeling that vibration, start bringing your vibration up, and be proud to be African. Because right now, I'm sorry to say that if I was born in America, and if I was an American, like, one of those, I would be disgusted. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. For all them times he went around, discrediting and disrespecting African leaders of African countries. Look at what's going on now in America. Look at what's going on now. So what I'm trying to say is that I'd rather place my bets here with my African leaders and my African president. You understand? I would rather hedge my bets here. Look at Captain Traore and what Captain Traore is doing compared to what's going on there. You're from East London, big yourself up. That's where I was born as well. I was born in East London. So big yourself up. It's extremely disgusting. Absolutely. But what's worse is that they're hitting us, Don't you see the discrimination and racism that's going on? What's the first bill that he took out was for civil rights? What's for civil rights? Who do you think is hitting? Who needs civil rights more than us? So all I'm saying is make a plan. Please get in contact with me. I don't bite, I promise, yeah? So, sorry, I just had a thought. I'm really sorry. These things enter my mind. I have a pictorial mind, you see, I see in pictures. So, yeah, like I said, please, okay? I am absolutely pleading with you now to try and think about making a second plan. If you are in the US, in the UK, in Europe, right? Make a second plan, okay? Make a second plan. And even if you're in the Caribbean, come and visit the motherland. Come and see where our ancestors came from, okay? But make that second plan. Have a plan B, have a plan C. But we definitely now need to make sure that we have, oh, sorry, who's that? I'm sorry, I can't see it properly. I'm really sorry. Thank you. You can open later. Need to make a plan. I've been to Gambia. You grew up in Leytonstone. Way, hey, guess who used to live in Leytonstone? Yes, once upon a time I lived in Leytonstone. So big yourself up, okay? And I know exactly what it's like there. In fact, that's where my friend's sons were murdered in Leytonstone, which led me to leave there. They were killed, terribly killed, stabbed 22 times. You know, people don't talk about the crime that goes on in the UK. People don't talk about the bad things that happen in America and the UK. And people are running to go there like it's some paradise. It's not. Okay? Please, listen, it is not. It is not. The most you do is you get your money there, you earn your money there, you get out. Okay? Earn your money and get out. Do what other people do. One of the things that I remember, I had a Nigerian friend growing up called Joyce. And she said, we went to school together. And she said to me, oh no, my mum's only here to make money and for us to go back to Nigeria. She was very, very clear about her intentions and why she was there. She was just there to get an education so that she could bring that education back to Nigeria. And I really loved that mindset. Okay, I really appreciated that mindset. You know, I'm just saying that, look, yeah, for future generations, think about them. It's not just about us, okay? It's not just about us. And the lifestyle you have here is I would say that it's not as stressful. That's the word I would use. Definitely less stressful. The bills and so on, you know, there isn't any yellow lines outside of my compound, let's put it that way. I don't have to be running outside the door every minute to wonder, you know, if I need to refresh the permit on my car for my guest that I have to pay for from the local authority just so that they can come and see me and park outside my house. Now, this to me is just getting too money hungry, greedy, and they're just taking everything. So they're zapping the money before you can save it. They're zapping the money before, you know, you can really invest it. So that's what I'm saying to you now. It's time to divest it. It's time for that capital flight. Because I'm telling you, I think World War III has started, and I think World War III is an economic war. And I believe that we're in it now. And I don't want us to be victims. So let's get our money out where we can be safe, because it's not hitting us as hard hit in Africa as it is hitting you. Okay? It's not. Why? Because we have community. We work together. Real community. We'll buy a bag of rice and share it. Okay? That's the difference. Yeah, caring for each other, loving for each other, that's the difference. You know, my neighbor is my son's keeper. When my son is there, you know, he's at my neighbor's, I know he's safe. I know he's fine. So what I'm trying to say is that these things, let me read this again because I want you to really take it in. It's hybrid warfare. Hybrid warfare. The hybrid warfare of today is a new form of conflict. Okay? It's a new form of conflict. So you're still under attack. Okay? We are still under attack. Ray? Are you moderating? Are you moderating? Too much madness there now. I remember some guys unalived in their car. Exactly. Yes. I don't want to say the name, but you know, A and J. That's their first name initials. That's right. I wonder if that's what you're talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Those were my friend. I'm going to call her S. Yeah. Hi, Solange. Do you know what, Juliet, your mouth? Sorry, it was my friend's son, and it really deeply touched me to the extent that, you know, it affected me. The death of those two young boys in Leytonstone really affected me terribly, especially because I've been living there for a long time. I was part of the community, and to see the senseless killing of those two boys that I've known, particularly I'd known him since he was very young, because I've been there for quite some time. So yeah, it was heart-rending to see that, and I didn't want to live in that environment. And then when I also lived in Hackney for a while, I also saw so much, honestly. I cried for my boys. I cry. I love you so much. Let me tell you something to all of our young black men, yeah, all of our African men, okay? I love you so much. All of you in London, East London, and all around England, okay? I feel for you. I really do. And for our young women having to grow up as well. And I really want us to come together, because I am seeing a lot of, what can I say, breaks and disparities in relationships. I've been through it myself, so I can talk about it quite freely, and I can say how much, it impacts us as a community. But, we have to still stick together. We still have to stick together. It doesn't matter, okay? We still have to stick together. I try to be peaceful. I try to be, I tried my best, even, to create a good relationship after breaks, because I've been like that with most of my relationships and most of my exes. We have a very cordial relationship, in the sense that it's, we can talk, we're civil to each other. And I've had that, except for in the last instance, in which I found myself surrounded by such hatred, so much, I don't know, utter, I don't even want to talk about it. Anyway, let's get back to this, yeah? But all I'm saying is, let's try and stick together. Okay? Let's try and keep moving together. Like I said, don't stay where you're not wanted, though. If someone makes it very plain to you that they don't want you, yeah, or they're not treating you with the respect that you deserve, then let them go, okay? You deserve to be respected, okay? You deserve to be loved, and you need to know your worth. Coming back to Africa showed me my worth. I know my value. I know what I deserve. I think I put up with a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have, because I didn't see my true value as much as I do now. I didn't know my true self in as much as I do now, and my true identity and who I am, and also my mission and my purpose in life. And we need to find that. That's also important. Sorry, I'm going to look for you when I come to Gambia. Thank you so much. Okay, I've heard and thought. I've done so much. Tuki, don't. Sorry, I was just reading the comments. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to close off in a sec, but it says the hybrid warfare, right, is a form, the hybrid warfare, the hybrid warfare of today, yeah, is a new form of conflict, okay? And they're causing conflicts in our relationships, conflicts in our homes, conflicts in our workplace, conflicts in our family, conflicts in our finances, conflicts. Oh no, my other phone's ringing. Catherine! I want to give a big shout out to Emperor Beats. Yeah, he created this beat, and I've used it on my phone as my ringtone. And so when people call me, it takes me a while, because I get into the beat so much before I pick it up. So if someone's calling me, as you can hear, this is Emperor Beats anyway. So he made this track for BlaXit, so big yourself, Emperor Beats, thank you so much. So the concept of hybrid warfare lies at the heart. The concept of a hybrid warfare, right, lies at the heart of the assertion that World War III is already underway. What did they say? This is from last year. They wrote this last year. World War III is already underway. They're telling you now. Yeah, they're telling you now. So at the end of the day, imagine if Africa was to put tariffs on cobalt. That's what I'm saying. It's time for us to wise up. What about if we put tariffs on everything that they're taking out of Africa? How about if Africa put tariffs on everything that they take out of Africa? Nigeria, you put tariffs on the oil, on the Californium, on the gas. Yeah? Ghana, put tariffs on the cocoa, put tariffs on the palm oil, put tariffs on everything. Congo, put tariffs on the cobalt, put tariffs on the gold, put tariffs on the silver. Africa, put tariffs on everything. Okay? Look at what Captain Ibrahima Traore has been doing in Burkina Faso. He's taken control of his minerals. He's now got his own refinery. It's time for us to take control. And this tariff war, this trade war, this financial war, this economic war is World War III. Okay? And it's high time for us to realize and take sides. The side you need to take is the side of Africa. Africa for Africans, home and abroad. Time to take your money, take your assets, okay? And dispose of them over there and bring them over here. Dissolve them over there and bring them over here, okay? It's time for us to start thinking economically. It's time for us to start being very strategic with our moves. It's time for us to start building up our own continent. It's time for us to leave those sinking ships and to return to Africa. The call for Africa is now. Africa is calling. Africa is calling you back now. Okay? This is in their own words. This is in their own words. So if you're already in a hybrid war, do you want to be a victim of war or do you want to be a victor of war? Come to Africa and be a victor of war rather than a victim of war. That's what I'm saying. I think it's so important. I wish I could read all your comments this week. I don't know why they've made them so small. Before I could read everything so easily. Okay, I'm going to look out for you. Yes, please do. Please do. I must admit, being a full-time mum now, I don't have as much time as I used to. But still, and like I said, I'm not a museum exhibit, so let's try and do it in a way in which we can all meet together so it's economically viable for all of us, okay? That's what I'd like to do, because one person said, Juliet, come and meet me, and I went all the way there, you know, and expended my own money and everything, and for the person not to be there. Find that most disappointing and most disrespectful. So now I'm very vigilant about how when I meet people, okay? Because I don't want to waste my time, particularly when I've got a son that I could be looking after, okay? So, right, the hybrid warfare of, like I said, the hybrid warfare is a totally new form of conflict. I said that so many times because I want you to really grasp what I'm saying, okay? So the concept of hybrid warfare lies in the heart of the assertion that World War III is already underway. Already underway. Are we hearing that? There's no mushroom cloud, there's nothing else. It's already started. These tariff wars have been planned, okay? They're also trying to say that they want a third term. They want to even change the constitution to give that tyrant a third term. Would you believe it? Absolutely crazy, right? But anyway, in today's conflicts and battles, yeah, that are fought, they're not just with physical weapons, but with a mix of cyber attacks. Okay, cyber attacks. I would know. I've been a victim of cyber attacks. Yeah, I've been a victim of cyber attacks, and right here on YouTube, as you know, yeah, people wrote things about me that were completely and totally untrue. Right. Also, disinformation. I've been also a victim of that, so I do know what that's like. So disinformation. So what they're going to be doing is using cyber attacks, disinformation, and economic manipulation. And now we are in the third phase, which is economic manipulation. Okay? You've had already the manipulation of so many other things. and so many ways in which they've already tried to manipulate us. I've showed you the moringa. Start taking your moringa, okay? Please. Yeah, start drinking your wonjo and your baobab. Yeah, just mix it with water. You don't need sugar, okay? Try and get rid of sugar. That's what I did. I became sugar free, like I told you. I'm sugar free, okay? Try and do that, because it's another poison that they're just putting into our systems, okay? We now need to get really sharp with how we're living, because we are in World War III. They're going to start putting things in your food, and you know they have already, okay? You know they have already. This is not something new that I'm telling you, okay? They can change the fluoride in your water. That can make you very passive, okay? They can do that without consulting you, all right? These things have all been used before. So I'm just saying to you, look, yeah, they couldn't do that to me. Yeah, I just showed you the water from my borehole. This is mine. Of my compound, okay? Free water, free solar, free energy from the sun. Yeah, yesterday I was eating pawpaw from my garden. And next week I'll be eating my bananas, okay? I'll be chopping up some of those. I'll be taking some down because I love fried green bananas. And so I'll be chopping down some free green bananas. I have dried corn, right? Which I've been making popcorn from. You know, you'd be amazed what you can do. You'd be amazed. You know, I've got my own herbs. I've got my own fever grass. I've got my own basil. I've got my own. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. I wish I could read all your comments. I'm so disappointed that I can't see them. It's almost like they've shrunk them. You are a sister in two ways, working that. Thank you so much, Isaac. Thank you. Isa, I think. Wendy said that's right. We need to develop and protect our own food sources. We do. Honestly, we do. There's no greater time for it than now, because you know, if they're going to hit you, give me some hearts, because I can see hearts and I can see waves. So, or give me some fists. Give me some fists. Yeah, and give me some likes, please, because I can really appreciate seeing them. Greetings, Nancho. Thank you so much. Hey, Abed Manfrey Maroon, I can see you. Greetings. You're in blue. Maybe it's the colour they've changed or the shade. So, yeah, it's really weird that I can't see the comments properly today. I'll try a different setting on my... It could be the setting on my phone. Stay there. One sec. Hang on. I'm thinking that it's the... Let's try it now. Oh my gosh, it was a setting on my phone. I'm so sorry, fam. I'm so sorry. Guess what? The screen was so dark I couldn't see. I can see now. Greetings, Niancho. I can see you, Andrew, Stanley, Kokar. I'm so sorry. I'm going to go back and say hi to everybody, okay? Is that all right? Because I can see now. Silly me. I'm so sorry. Well, no, not silly me, because I'm not silly really. But I'm just saying that I didn't realise it was a setting on my phone. It only came to me just a minute ago, the spark of... So, Sandra Reed, hello from Oklahoma. Selma, hello, my darling Selma. Hi everybody, you're back to moderating, thank you. Rasta Charlie, greetings, how are you? Thank you so much for calling me a queen, I appreciate that. Zoltar the Magnificent, peace and love. Corey, is that Muff or Murph? I think it's Murph. Ask why they are here then. I don't understand. Justice for Austin Metcalf. Tell me more about that, Official Rick. Yeah, tell me more about that, please. Oh, he said hi to you already. Oh, Caffrey, such a good moderator. Caffrey! I don't know where he's gone. Probably gone to play football. No, Jen, how are you, G? I'm fine, thank you. Nice to Charlie, the blessings, BlaXit. So, BlaXit, I hope everybody's fine. BSM said tamarind. Yeah, we have lots of tamarind. We love lots of tamarind. In fact, there's a dish here called ebe, and ebe is very nice, and it's also made with tamarind. I love ebe. Ebe is very nice. Yeah. Oh, Salma, you knew it was moringa. Well done, well done, well done. So I think it's called the Field Rippers. Said, can you say happy birthday to my uncle Andy? He turns what? 36 this month, or is it 136 this month? Well, I'll say happy birthday, Uncle Andy. Happy birthday, however old you are. Yeah, you're plus 1 years old. You're plus 1 years old. You're plus 1 years old. Happy birthday. Okay, DSM RN said Moringa. Well done. Dre Rick said, how do I go about joining your organization? Yeah, you just call us. It's not such a point of joining. It's about us being active, proactive in what we're doing. Yeah. And thank you so much for that Moon Shadow song. Thank you, Dream Good. Where are you from? I'm from Africa. I'm in Gambia right now. I'm in the Gambia, West Africa. That's where I live. I've lived here since 2019. Permanently, I've been living here. But I was born in East London. Yes. Dream Good says, where are you from? Okay. Oh, you're from Nigeria. Okay. So if you look at the DNA composite of my family, I don't have mine, but there was a DNA composite done of our family by my brother, and it says that we're 33% Nigerian. We're also Gambian as well, but not to such a higher degree. The highest percentage of African DNA we have is actually Nigerian. So I would like to know, look at me now, what do you think I'm, Hausa? Do you think I am Ibu or Yoruba or what's the other one called, Kalabari? Or where would you say I was, or Fulani? So let me know, Dream Good. Where would you say, if I was in Nigeria, where would you say that I was from by looking at me? Okay. So Andrew Stanley Coker is from Freetown in Sierra Leone, but he was born in UK. Hey Andrew, how are you? I went to Sierra Leone actually, and I loved it. I had a fantastic time there. I really loved it. I made some programs there. Please go back into our old programs on YouTube and have a look at some of our old content that we made in Sierra Leone. So just scroll down and, you'll find the old content from Sierra Leone. It maybe might be worth a refresh. Based at home in West Africa. That's amazing. Yeah. Oh, I tell you what, I love, I think it's river number 2. That's amazing there. Anyway, Mia Meow said it was all planned. Of course it was planned, my sister. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is an article, right? If you look at, I think it's Economical Times or Economic Times or Economic News, right? Any one of those, you'll see that they have headlines about World War III, I think 2 days ago as well. So I just put it together with the headline from last year. It was all planned. So Vicious Visions. Okay, you're from Tanzania. I can see you now. I do apologize. It was the settings on my phone this whole time. I do apologize. I'm so sorry. So thank you so much. Mia Meow says subliminal messages. Yes, lots of them. Lots of them. Many years ago, probably about 17 years ago, there was a company that I had a contract with, and that's exactly what they did. They did subliminal messages, and for motivation though, for motivation. So you could do your own subliminal messages, but that was a long time ago, about 17 years ago. So you can imagine what it is now, okay? So Mia Meow says she's been fed up for a long time. Yeah, I understand exactly how you feel, because I felt exactly the same way. Okay? And the thing is that you have a choice. I just want to tell you that you have a choice. And for me, even if I could try and save $5,000, or £5,000 or whatever, you know that you can start, you know that you're on your way. You know that you're on your way. If you've got property, you can sell it. You know that you're more than on your way, okay? Because the average price that it costs to build a house here and then to live on, you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine, okay? So DK said, dig the threads. Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. The International Book Show. Ah, McConnon. Hello, my love. So everybody, do check out the International Book Show. That's with McConnon. He's got the Black Book Project as well. And he promotes Black authors. I told you already, I love my books. Always reading my books. I've got a whole bookshelf, like book cabinet just full of books. Books are so important to me. I never stop reading, never stop learning, because books are so important to me. If I'm not online, researching, then I'm into my books. And there are so many books that can give you so much guidance, and talking about my book, no, I'm not going to say, I'm going to surprise you. Let me leave that as a surprise. I don't want to put anything out there. There's too many bad mind people out there, so I don't want to put out my business too far. So don't forget about the Riverside plots. Don't forget the plots in the Netos Theon and also Gunjur. Mia Meow said, much help is needed as an elder. They have stolen from the last 58 years of my family involved. There's a lady actually who went through something quite similar who, like I said, where I don't want to put my mouth on things online because people have to spoil things and say bad things in order to thwart it from happening and stop people from having their abundance or their fortune or their good luck. Some people are just bad-minded demons out there. I'm not going to lie to you. There are some wicked people out there. Some of them look like us. Do you get me? Yeah, some of them don't, but some of them do. So you just got to be mindful. And so there's a lady that we're hoping to help as well that went through something very similar to you. Okay, so she wanted to come to see her land, but a lot of situations played out that she couldn't. So, well, she hasn't been able to, but she really wants to. And I don't think that it should be able to stop her. So one of the things that one of the subscribers said that they wanted to do was a GoFundMe to help people to repatriate. And I said that I would support that 100%. As long as, of course, you support it and you go with it. It's all about us being trustworthy at the end of the day and being able to trust each other and invest in each other. Other communities can, so why can't we? We've done so much in the future. We run countries, we run continents, so of course we are, okay? It's just the fact that we need to believe in ourselves more. That's what it is. And we need to be more discerning. So when we see a demon, we just, make sure we push them out away from us and stop if they're stopping or trying to delay our progress or trying to stop our progress, because people will try and delay and stop your progress. Okay, so just keep your plans silent and keep moving forward in silence. Okay, because sometimes that's the only way to go. Okay, so that's the number there. Mia Meow said, blessed day, beautiful. So the International Book Show said I was meant to be coming to Gambia at the end of the month for a while, but I'm having health issues. Oh, I'm sorry, hon. Give me a call. Yeah, give me a call. Let's keep in touch. I'm not sure about that. I'm not happy about that. What's wrong with you, McConnon? Don't put your business out there like that. But, I will call you, all right, hon? I'll give you a call this afternoon. I know it's you, McConnell Sankofa. You're famous. You're very famous, McConnell Sankofa. Okay? ISO Jean says, I'm definitely interested in investing in Africa. Please address O'Shea Duke Johnson's video. He's got a high list on who? O'Shea Duke Johnson. Okay, I will. I mean, like I said, I'm the kind of person that, you've got to have your information well researched, because people have accused me of things that have been totally untrue. Totally untrue. You understand? Just to get YouTube likes and shares. So I know I've been on the brunt of that, where I was accused of doing things that were completely lies, completely made up. I mean, totally made up out of the ether. Yeah, out of nowhere. I was reading things about myself that I couldn't believe that I was reading, that they were writing about me. That I was like, this is totally untrue, So that's why I'm very wary of that. I like things to be completely done, because, like, for me, I studied law and I know what it is to defame someone. And I don't think it's good to defame people. I also don't think that it's good to, libel someone. And I don't think it's also good, to slander somebody. So I'm very, very careful of what goes on online now. So I'm not going to say that until I watch the content myself. So I want to watch his content myself, and then I will make an evaluation, okay? Because like I said, words can be very dangerous in the mouth of the wrong people. People have defamed me and have said things about me. I've read that I was promiscuous when, I'm celibate. How can you be promiscuous and celibate at the same time? It's impossible. And celibacy is a choice. It's a way of life. For me, when I get married next, then I won't be celibate. But at the moment, I am not married, so I am. And that's a choice. Do you understand what I'm saying? So people can make those decisions and change their lifestyle. It doesn't mean that what they did before is what they are now. So people can be cast with the wrong thing. So he is without sin, cast the first stone, as they say. So that's the reason why I don't like it, because I've been lied on. I've been lied on extensively. I've seen things about myself which are completely untrue. And, I heard that there was infidelity in my marriage, but it wasn't by me. So I was just like, wow, how people can turn the tables is unbelievable. How people can misinterpret friendliness, is unbelievable. But anyway, it doesn't matter. That's by the by. What's important now is that we try to do things in the right way. And I do agree that we do need to be on guard with people that are dishonorable. So thank you for the heads up. We do need to be on guard with people that are dishonorable, okay? But let's try and stick with people that are honorable, Even if I make mistakes, I'll put my hands up and say, come on, let's try and correct this, Because we're all fallible to making mistakes. No one is perfect, okay? But at the same time, there are people that deliberately go out to harm others. I don't agree with that. People that deliberately go out to damage others and destroy their lives, I don't agree with that. Destroy their finances, I don't agree with that. I think it's entirely wrong, and I think that, yes, we should come down on heavy on those people because it deters other people from coming home. So, yeah, I think so. But, let's just keep doing good. Let's try and keep doing good, Like I said, I try to correct my mistakes and work towards them. No one's perfect. I try not to make them, but every mistake is a lesson. And I had to make mistakes even, when building my house. I made mistakes, when packing too much crap when I was coming, I made several mistakes, but I learned from it. And those lessons that I've learned, I'm passing on to you. Don't take things that you don't need, because it's just going to cost you in shipping that you don't need. So when you're shipping your items to come, only take which are essentials. Don't take non-essentials, because they're just going to cost you more in the long term in shipping, okay? So, dream good. Andrew, Stanley, Coco. Yeah, okay, let's have a look. Hang on. Stay strong. We don't believe. He made a video about me? I don't know. I don't watch those kind of people, to be honest with you. And if he did make a video about me, he hasn't interviewed me. He's never even spoken to me. He's never even, had a conversation with me. How can you make a video about someone or make a program about someone that you've not even spoken to? So where's his research come from? Do you understand? That's just terrible. That's terrible. That's why I say people like that, right? I've got no time for them. Absolutely no time for them, because they are just using the internet to make money off of other people's misfortune. And I don't agree with that. I really don't. Or they are misusing information. They're picking up information from anywhere, which they don't know if it's rather true or false. I saw several things about myself which have been complete untruths, completely and totally untruths, How come so many people have got their land living peacefully, got their land happily, happily got their land with no issues whatsoever? None. I had people that were impatient about getting their land papers, but after they got their land papers, they didn't go back online and say, yeah, I've got my land papers and now I'm developing on my land. Yeah? No, they didn't. They didn't correct their mistakes because they intentionally did it out of jealousy to try and destroy my reputation. They did it deliberately to try and assassinate my character. They did it out of jealousy and envy, and that happens. And I'm not the first person it will happen to, and I'm not the last. And to be honest with you, I don't really care what people say about me. Show and prove. I'm here. I can show and prove. I'm not just sitting on the internet talking. I'm here living in Africa. I built my house. I'm living on my land. There are other people that have built their houses living on their land. And I've shown you enough. If you go on BlaXit, you can go and see the lodge that was built there in Bussorah. You can go and see so many other people that have built their homes in Bussorah. Even some people that are, vloggers and they're living on land that they got from BlaXit. Even though they wanted this BlaXit, they're building their house on the land that they got from BlaXit. What can I say? So, you know, like I said, you know, I haven't got time for people, right, who've got time to diss people because I've been dissed on so many different channels. I don't know how I became so famous. I do not know how I became so famous, okay? I really don't know. Because, like, I called England a dump a long time ago. But I know one thing is that I can show and prove, okay? And I know I can defute and I can also diffuse any kind of misinformation that has been spread about me or about my what I do. I know that I can diffuse it very, very easily. Because I've even seen fake clients who said they were clients of mine. I've never seen them before in my life. I've never ever seen them before in my life. I've never even ever had an interaction with them with regard to land before. If I'm not available, I'm not available. That's it. If I am available, I am available. But I will make time always to see you. Well, if I can't see you, then I have also staff that can see you because I'm not always available. Okay. So that is the point, and I always try and make a point of that. Okay. So let's carry on. But thank you for telling me. He's only just made me more famous. Whether it's infamous or famous, it doesn't make a difference. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing because of a program. Okay? Never. Never, ever. Yeah? There's 21 million people on YouTube. 21 million people. And not 1, not 10, not 100, not 400, not 500, not even 10,000 people are going to stop me from calling you home. They can call me whatever they like. I don't care. I'm still going to be here calling you home, okay? They can call me every name under the sun. Yeah, my mouth is a bit dry, sorry. They can call me every name under the sun. I know that I'm not that. But if they want to keep making me infamous or famous, it's up to them. If they just want to make content and they've got nothing better to do, you didn't have a conversation with me, you've never interviewed me, you've never asked me anything. So what kind of content is that? That's not research, that's secondary information and hearsay. So I've got no time for that or people like that. You know, at the end of the day, you know, show and prove. I'm here and I'm still doing what I'm doing. And we've still got our lands, yeah, and those lands that we have are safe and secure. And that's what's important. And people that are trying to put you off or trying to call people this or trying to call people that, at the end of the day, look at their character. The last person that tried to do that and made many programs against me, look at who they are, okay? I'm certainly not any of those things, okay? Certainly not. So let's carry on. I just want to make a point so you don't carry on about it. So we've cleared that. Okay, Linda says thank you. Okay, I think we've called these ones. Let's go to the bottom. I just want to say hi to everybody. Morning, Maureen Ed. Happy Sunday morning. It's cloudy sun. So it never rains in Southern California. Is that true? Okay, India says thanks for your advice on what to do. And bring those things, don't talk about what we're going to plan. Because, yeah, don't tell anybody. Because at the end of the day, Wendy Green Busura. Yay! Hi Wendy, how are you, my darling? How's things? Yeah. I remember our wonderful lunch that we had at Coco Ocean. So thank you so much for being there. Thank you so much. And she got her land. I won't talk about you, sorry. But you can say what you like in the comments. So you can dispute some of those things that people have said. But anyway, the fact of the matter is that, you know, action speaks louder than words. Okay? Always look at people's actions. Always look at people's actions. And my action is that I'm here and I'm with you. And I'm warning you, giving you a quick warning, you know, that World War III has begun. I've told you in their own words, okay? And the financial manipulation is the other part of that war, okay? Now, cyber attacks, as I explained to you, cyber attacks are very much a part of that war. So myself, I'm a person that is out here, and I'm going to continue talking because I think it's important for me to get this out. I'm a person that is out here on the front line, telling you to return to Africa. So I am going to be cyber attacked, okay? I'm just telling you this now. It has already happened. It is already happening. I've had smear campaign after smear campaign after smear campaign after smear campaign. After smear campaign after smear campaign, okay? YouTubers make their business to attack others while referring to themselves as Pan-Africanists, and they're not. Very, very true. Very, very true. Let me say that again, right? Wendy Green said some YouTubers make their business to attack others while referring to themselves as Pan-Africans, but they're not. They're not. They're not. They are not. Let me make that very, very clear. Let me make that very, very clear. Okay? I'm also going to be talking to you about one of my brothers, Dr. Malana, who has now been installed as a king in Ghana, and he has a great project out there that I want to bring to you. So I'm going to try and do a live link up with him and then put it on the channel. So I want to, you know, so you've got other opportunities. If you don't want to come to Gambia, there's also Ghana and other places. So I'm going to try and link up with people from different countries so you've got other places to link to, yeah? I am the last woman of the world. Thank you so, Tony Brooks. Thank you. So, yeah, so I've come under cyber attack. I've come under cyber attack heavy. I've come under so much attack. You know, even like I have family members pleading with me, Juliet, please come off YouTube. And I said, no. Why should I? I don't care what they say. Why should I? Because look what they're saying about you. I don't care. They could tell you that my arse is multicolored. I don't care. It's not true, is it? My arse is not multicolored. So why am I going to run? Because they say my arse is multicolored when my arse isn't multicolored. It's brown and sweet and peachy. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. But you know what I mean, okay? So no, I don't run. They're just on YouTube to make money. If they don't start picking on people, then how else are they going to make their YouTube pennies? I haven't been monetized for ages. I'm not doing this for the money. I can send a screenshot to show you I haven't been monetized. I haven't been monetized. They demonetized me a long time ago. Don't you hear what I'm saying? So I'm not doing this for the money, but they are. Okay, so they will do everything to try and bring you down. I have had smear campaign. I have had misinformation, right, told about me that when I saw it, I was shocked. I was like, they said this about me? Why? You know, I didn't understand it. But then I realized that they had their own agenda. Their own agenda was just to get views, shares and likes. This is what they make money from. They make money. They pretend that they're exposing people, but they're not. What they're doing is they're actually being paid. Listen, if you think that the feds don't pay these people, the feds pay certain people to create disinformation campaigns to stop you from coming to Africa because they don't want you to come. They do not want you to divest your money. So as soon as I tell you about capital flight, I tell you to take your assets out, boom, here comes another smear campaign. Here comes more misinformation, okay? And then what did I say the third part of the World War was? Financial manipulation. They're going to make it look at you like coming to Africa is far more expensive. Coming to Africa is not such a good idea. Oh, I changed my mind. And they're going to put certain vloggers out there to do it. I'm telling you. Yeah? Stand your ground. Abeni Mafeni Maroon says, stand your ground. Don't let anyone run you. No one's going to run me. And I'm telling you, whoever that person is, please go onto his channel and cuss out in blood. Go onto his channel and tell him about himself. Tell him about himself. Ask him, did you talk to her? Ask him, have you had a conversation with her? Have you? Because anyone can say anything about anybody at any time. Anything. I can call that person a paedophile. Yeah? We all saw, look at what happened recently, right? With Drake and with Kendrick Lamar, right? The diss track, okay? Look at the impact of that diss track. Look at what happened. I'm not a Drake fan, right? I must admit, I do like Kendrick Lamar, but especially his 40 acres and a mule, right? But what I'm saying is that anybody can say anything. You understand? But I'm not going anywhere. It's not going to stop me, and it's not going to stop people from coming home to Africa. That's why I'm here. BlaXit is all about your exit from the West back to the best, and that's Africa. So don't let them fool you. Don't let them turn around and tell you, oh, this person's a scammer, this person's a this, that person's a that, but they never done business with you one day in their life. They never done business with you. Yeah? This person's that, this person's this. And you don't even know what actually happened in the transaction. You understand? You don't even know if that person's even responsible for that person's issue. So what I'm saying is that, you know, these people are too quick to jump to conclusions, you know, and they go back in time to 2021, 2022 and take old information that was disinformation. Because I remember one person who complained about me so much, who's building on their land right now. Building on their land right now as I speak was one of my loudest complainants. Is building on their land right now. And the person who's building for them, I know. Can you imagine that? So that's why I say, right? Don't listen to what people say. Look at what people do. At the end of the day, if I can say, okay, well, this didn't work properly, let's try and fix it. It doesn't mean that, you know, it's going to be a long-term issue. It's going to get fixed. It's going to get fixed. It's just a matter of time. Okay? That's if something happens. But if nothing didn't happen, then what are you complaining for? You're there on your land. Nothing didn't happen. Everything was proved. You understand? Everything was proved. One day I'm going to tell you this story. You're not going to believe it. I'm going to tell you this story, right? One day I'm going to tell you this story to show you some of the things that I've been put through, right? Unjustly, completely unjustly. Some of the things that I was accused of, completely unjustly. And yes, I've been, you know, I'm exonerated. I don't even think that's the right word to use. You know, I'm innocent. But when you look online, it doesn't look that way. And it's unfair, but they done it on purpose. They done it because they don't want you to come home. There's fake Pan-Africanists out there. They're totally fake. I'm going to be honest with you. They're not here. They're not here in Africa living the life, yeah? They're not doing it. They're just saying that they're doing it, but they're not actually doing it, yeah? Some people just come because they want to make money online, but it's not about that. I'm not making no money from this. I'm not monetized. BlaXit is not monetized, and I'll prove it to you. I'll take a screenshot and I'll put it on the community page. Go onto the community page and I will show you. Yeah? You're right. They are doing the enemy's work against us, and we need to push on. Don't let them stop us. Because, like I said, you who wrote down about that person's channel, did you write them to say that, no, I've been watching Juliet for a long time and what you said is untrue? What you said about Juliet is untrue. You shouldn't have done this program. Pull it down. Did you go and report it to YouTube? I didn't even know about it. And to be honest with you, I don't even care. And I probably won't even watch it because I don't watch half of the things that they write about me. I watch positivity. I watch positivity. Yeah, I do. I think it's important to watch positivity. It's very, very important. Okay. And so there's so many people out there, you know, that are doing such good work and they never get a mention. Okay, so let's just keep it positive. I'm going to go now because I need to go and have something to eat. But I do love you so much, right? And I'm doing this from my heart, like I said. If it was a financial thing for me, then I certainly wouldn't be here. If it was that, I'm doing it from my heart. Yeah, it's always been from my heart. And because I know it's the right thing to do. And I think doing the right thing is important. I'm not here to discredit. You don't hear me put names out there, cussing people off, saying this, cussing that, you know, because I just don't think that it's worth it. I don't think it's a good use of energy. And let's just keep on doing what we're doing, being positive, moving forward, and just keep coming back to Africa, whether it's through me or not. I just want you to come back. So that's why they're getting it so wrong. They're getting it so wrong. I just want you to come back and invest in Africa. I want you to come and see a separate lifestyle. I want you to come back and be with your cultural people. I want you to be in your culture. I want you to be at peace. I want you to have harmony. I want you to eat natural foods. I want you to live in an environment where you can sit by the beach and feel free. I want you to have neighbors that love you. I want you to be around people who really care for you. I want you to have community. That's why I'm doing this. I want you to have a home where you don't have any mortgage. I want you to have a home where you're not having to worry about paying rent. I want you to have a home where you can get, you know, energy from the sun. I want you to have a home where you can get water from your borehole. I want you to have a home where you can get your fruit and vegetables from your front yard. And you can rear your own chickens if you want. You know what I mean? You can farm your own fish. I want you to live in an environment where you're not having to look over your shoulder. I want you to live in an environment where you don't have to worry about racism anymore and discrimination anymore. I want you to live in an environment where you're not scared every time you see a police person. I want you to live in an environment where you know that your children aren't going to get beaten up at school because of the colour of their skin. I want you to live in an environment where you know that they just can't come into your home and take your children away from you because they're named social services and they think they've got the right to control how you raise your children and what you do in your home. I want you to live in an environment where, you know, you can feel at peace and be loved. I want you to live in an environment where you can learn more about your ancestors. I want you to live in an environment where you can wake up happy. I think I said a lot. I said I was going now and I still keep going on. But I want you to live in an environment where you wake up happy, okay? And I do, and that's what I want to share. I might be evangelizing, and I'm not scaring you about World War III at all. And I don't care what they say about me online. I couldn't give two flying stuffs. They can go and keep making programs. They're just making me more famous or infamous. I'm not bothered by either one because I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because we are BlaXit family and we stand firm. Okay? We stand firm and we will keep going on. We will keep doing what we're doing and we will keep moving. Okay? When the president of this country, Adama Barrow, okay, the president, he's Right Honourable Adama Barrow told me that he watched BlaXit and that I have got to keep on. That's who I listen to, not morons talking rubbish on the internet. I listen to world leaders. I listen to my president. I listen to my divine. I listen to my ancestors. I listen to my God. I don't listen to them. Yeah, I listen to my divine feminines and my divine masculines, my goddesses, okay? I listen to you, okay? I listen to the Creator. I'm not listening to that rubbish. That's what guides me. That's what I'm guided by. Yeah, I'm guided by my ancestors and my spirit guides. I'm not guided by them. So let them come. We just keep moving on. We keep marching forward. All we have to do is stay solid, stay together, stay unified, stay in love, right? And stay marching forward. Forward ever, backwards never. Yeah, united we stand, divided we fall. We have to build up Africa. It is our duty. We have the right to return, and we must. It is our birthright. Don't let them tell you nothing about Africa. Okay? Don't let them tell you nothing about Africa. You stand firm with Africa. You defend Africa. You love Africa, because Africa is worthy of love. I live here every day and I love it more and more every day. And they're trying to keep you away. That's why they don't want you to follow me. That's why they don't want you to come with me. That's why they don't want you to come and get land. Where else are you going to get land? Yeah? This land is owned by the company directors and then transferred to you. Yeah? Mostly. Okay? Well, that's what we did. We changed it around. BlaXit Group Limited is owned by directors, and we own that land and then we transfer it to you. That's what we tried to do. Okay? So people can say whatever they want. But the truth is the truth, okay? The truth is the truth. And I'm so glad that so many of you that have bought land from us are in this chat today, just proving them wrong, okay? Proving them wrong. And I know you've come to see your land. I know how many of you are in here. Thank you so much, yeah? There's many people in here that own land here in the Gambia and are developing here in Gambia. And I'm not going to spoil your business, because I know people are bad minded and want to talk badly about people, because that's what they do. But let me tell you something, keep going, just don't stop, okay? Keep going. I know sometimes it can be challenging, okay? Especially when you're there and you're trying to do stuff here. But don't worry, when you come, everything will come together. So I do love you and I want to say thank you. But stay strong, BlaXit family. Stay united, okay? BlaXit, we stand together. And I'm going to prove to you that I'm not even being monetized. So this fool who's getting money from trying to diss us, let him go to hell. I don't care about them, okay? Let them go to wherever they're going. We stand united. Africa for Africa's home and abroad, okay? We're not here to tear each other down. We're here to bring each other up. And let me tell you something. That person, whoever's done the program on me, I've done no interviews for them. Let me make it very clear. I've done no interviews. They've not asked for any information from me whatsoever. So next time when you want to make a program, come to the source. Yeah? Come to the source. You want to make a program about me? You want to ask about any particular cases? You want to ask about anything? Come to the source. Because none of them people that have been writing or talking about me on the internet had any information. You understand? Had any information. They have to come to the source to find out. There's always 3 sides or 2 sides to a story. Yeah? Your side, their side, and the truth, or your side and their side, and you'll get to the truth. But whichever way. But let me tell you something. We will keep going forward. Yeah? But thank you for the information, but I will not be watching anything. I'm not interested. The content doesn't interest me. Remember, I always had a saying, which is in England, which is that, you know, today's news is tomorrow's chip paper. Yeah? Today's news is tomorrow's chip paper. They were saying bad things about me 2020 when I said England is a dump and Africa is paradise. I faced so much. Complaints. I had LBC calling me. I had all of these different people, newspapers and stuff, all different channels, all different people discrediting me, saying what I said about Africa being paradise, England being a dump. How could I say it? But yet now you've got people calling UK a dump, right there online, getting 2.1 million views in there, and they're Europeans. You understand? They're saying about their own country. Yeah, they're British. They're saying about their own country. They're white British, and they're saying about their own country. Okay, but no one's dissing them, you get me? So what I'm trying to say is that at the end of the day, I've gone through so much, you know? I've gone through vloggers who are sitting there with their white partners beside them while they're dissing African women that are trying to do their best online to help their communities. Don't let them do this. Yeah? They are traitors to their race. Do not let them do this. Do not. Okay? They don't value us, they don't love us, they don't like us. And for me, as a black woman, of course they're going to try and strip me, but I'm not having it. They said even, listen, they even tried to send like men to me, yeah? Not interested. Yeah? Because I know the game. They've done that with other people where they try and bring people in, yeah? To try and bring men in to seduce you, not interested. How's that? Yeah? No matter what you do, I'm going to still do what I'm doing, yeah? When it's my time and my ancestors call for me, I'm gone. But until then, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah, so he can keep doing what he's doing. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. They can say whatever they're saying. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah, let's just keep it moving. We don't care what they have to say about us. Yeah, they're not like us. Because they're spending their time dissing people. We're spending our time building us up. We're building up our vibration. Start beating your drum, beating your drum. Next time I come, I'm going to get my drum and start beating it online. We're going to start beating our drum. Beat them out of Babylon. I call judgment on him. Yeah? Whoever that man is, I call judgment on him. Yeah? You don't know me. And they're not like us. Anyone who's got time to be sitting there online pretending to be some judgment, he's just replacing the guy that we should have peed on. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't got no essence to them. That's the problem. Because if you have essence, you do good. And if you're doing a good job, you'll go to the source. If you don't go to the source, you're just hearing with hearsay and secondhand information that you're getting online from people who did not do who did not do proper research. Right? Because there's always two sides to a story. So anyway, I'm not into the ego, because that's all about ego. Yeah, ego and arrogance. You know, if you're doing this, I will find you out. If you're doing it, I'll find you out. Go find yourself out. You understand? Because if you're not talking to me, we don't know nothing. And that's what the point is. Too many people are talking without knowing nothing. Right now, we've got bigger fish to fry. We need to get out. Not people stopping you from trying to access the people that are helping you to get out. You know, I remember a saying, and it was all about, you know, she said that if all of the people knew that they were enslaved, she would have freed far more people. Who said that? She said if they knew that they were enslaved, she would have been able to free far more people. There are so many people that are enslaved, you know, and they are destroying rather than creating. They are destroying rather than creating. I want us to create a new life, a new way. They talk about the New World Order. If you've been hearing about the New World Order being changed, New World Order being changed all this week, all over the news. New World Order being changed. Why have I been watching the news? Why? Because I'm looking politically and economically the damage and impact that it's going to have on Africa. I'm looking politically and economically the damage that it's going to have on my people. I'm looking politically and economically at the long-term implications of what is happening. This is a global issue and we must deal with it. This is not a Juliet or a BlaXit issue. This is a global issue and we have to tackle it as people that have got our investments and our family that are invested there. So it's time to shift our assets to Africa. I'm telling you, this is the clarion call that I'm telling to you right now. It's time for us to shift our assets back to Africa, whether with me or with somebody else. I don't care. Just please, you know, let's get you out. Like I told you, we have riverside plots right now. We have plots in the Neto Sion, which is, I think, the whole plot is 100 by 25 meters, 25 meters by 125, 100 meters by 25, sorry. And that's a roadside plot. And we also have plots in Gunjur. So please, you know, bear with me and get in contact and I will do my very best. But like I said, this person has not had any contact with me, has not had an interview with me. So let's just keep on moving forward, yeah? Onwards and upwards, yeah? BlaXit always rising, BlaXit always rising. They've done and said worse. They've done and said worse. When my lawyer was writing a letter to one of the channels which had made misinformation about us. 1 minute, right? When my lawyer had done all of the transcripts and my lawyer had gone through all of the programs, right? If you notice, the channel changed name, right? After my lawyer had done it and written to YouTube about it, because we were going to sue for defamation. And by the way, we do sue. I have taken out legal action against two vloggers. So I just want you to know, I am not sitting on this, okay? I will sue. If the information is false, then I will take legal action, and I have got no hesitation in doing that. and I will do it within the active limitation when you least expect it. So make sure when you're putting out information about people, it is correct, because people has got the right now to take legal action against you, okay? And people do, especially online. You're not in, there's people that have been arrested recently, even, right, for doing certain things on YouTube, because it's been deemed to be illegal. So make sure you stay within the lines of legality, because if you're doing anything against me and it is untrue and it is going to defame my reputation or destroy my company, my directors will take action. It's just as simple as that, and I have the right to do so. So yeah, Harriet Tubman made that speech. Thank you so much. So yeah, it was Harriet Tubman, actually. That's right. Harriet Tubman said that, you know, she would have freed far more people, but they had to know that, you know, they were slaves first, and they didn't. And so that's why these people are going online to try and destroy the movement. They just pick a new traitor, okay? They pick out a new traitor to go and put out misinformation. Yeah, it's just a new traitor. Yeah. You caught my live. Yeah, Rob in the bush. Hey, how you doing, Rob in the bush? Yeah, they'll just choose a new traitor. The traitors always look like us, okay? But they're not like us. Yeah, like who said it? Who said they're not like us? Kendrick Lamar. Kath, spin some lyrics now. Come, please. He's so good. He's so good. He knows even the lyrics. Come, just two lyrics.
Not like us.
They're not like us. They're not like us. They're not like us. Okay, so they're not like us. He's trying to tell us something, that there are people that look like us, but they're not like us. Okay, so we must be discerning. Don't listen to that rubbish. Yeah, let's just stay true to what we're doing. Stay focused and stay getting back home. Okay, I'm putting out less information out online because they are going to start the new disinformation campaign, the new smear campaign. Okay, because they know that they're under pressure. So listen, capital flight is where it's at. Take your capital out, take your assets out and invest in Africa, okay? Don't let people putting out videos telling you everybody's this and everybody's that put you off. Do not let them put you off, okay? Do not. I don't care what people say. There are good and bad in everything, but I'm here. I'm not going anywhere, okay? So let me help you. Let me help you, all right? Okay, I love you, and I'm going to see you next week, same time, same place. As you know, 3 p.m. our time is 4 p.m. GMT, so really it's 4 p.m. GMT, okay? I got it wrong, so I do love you, and thank you so much for being in the chat. Benny Manfrey, thank you so much for moderating for me. I love you so much, and like I said, yeah, let's just stay true to the game. They said lots of bad things about Marcus Garvey, okay? To the extent that they created lies to have him locked up. He only just got his pardon from Joe Biden, as you know. I put the video out on the channel. I would like you to go back and look at the video from Marcus Garvey's son that we put out. He made that video for us while he wasn't well. So please do go out there and look at it. But, you know, they accused Marcus Garvey of things that he didn't do as well. That doesn't stop us from coming home to Africa. So let this guy go ahead and say whatever he wants. Let everybody start this smear campaign against me. I don't care. I'm already in Africa, so you can't take me out. I'm here already, and I'm home, and I'm happy, and you can't stop me. What you say is not going to stop me from having pawpaw and mango and pineapple and apples, right? For breakfast. It's not going to stop me, okay? So say what you want. I don't care. You're just making me more famous, okay? I remember one famous singer said, they asked her, you know, how do you feel about all of this negative, you know, all this negative content about you in the media? She goes, I don't care. It just keeps me relevant. And so he's keeping me relevant. Okay, if people want to listen to that tosh without speaking to me, that, you know, then that's their loss, it's not their gain, because so many people have gained from me. If you remember rightly, all the people that first invested in BlaXit, they came with the repatriation plots. You've all got your land, you know how much you paid for it. So come on then, and you know you're now developing, and I'm very proud of you, and you've got your land. So I'm not here to go and expose people's personal business, okay? All I've got to say is this, you know, well done. Keep moving forward. And oh yeah, by the way, all of the plots for my anniversary, they've all gone. All of the plots are gone, okay? and they're very happy with them. So they've all gone. So thank you so much for all of those people that invested. Let's keep moving forward, okay? Forward ever, backward never. Thank you, BlaXit family, and I will see you again next week, same time, same place. And ignore the haters, okay? Ignore those pseudo experts. They've got no idea, okay? They've got absolutely no idea. Let's just keep spreading the word. Please spread about BlaXit to everybody. Please, 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 please. Let's get some more subscribers, okay? Because, you know, negative content always gets big subscribers, but positive content doesn't. So let's try and reverse that pattern, okay? I love you. Bye-bye. Oh, how do I turn it off? Let's see. How do I get this off the screen?
1%.